It's the duo that you love the most, covering events from coast to coast. That podcast is all about the fun with your hosts, Pity and John. Chirping about gossip like chickadees. Turn up the cast and enjoy the tea. The podcast with the beauty and the brawn. One's a gay turkey and the other is a black swan. It's that podcast. It's that podcast. It's that podcast. Live from the John and Company studio in Denver, Colorado, it's that podcast. And now, here are your hosts, Pity and John.
Hey, what
it do? Yeah. Let me turn up our headphones. There we go.
Turn it up
so we can hear each other. Oh my gosh, it is a special day, a special episode. We got a special interview.
That's right. It is so amazing.
Like...
I was trying to make a pun with Amazing Race, and I'm like, this is going to be really dicey if I finish this one. The internet's going to come for me. Yes, it's going to be an Amazing Race episode. Pity and I have a very special guest in studio today.
Yes, the one, the only, Floyd. I was like, do you have a nickname?
What's up? No. That's right. So we have Floyd Pierce in the house.
Yes.
Now, Floyd is the star of season 29 of The Amazing Race.
Yep. Yes. And
Team Fun.
Team Fun. Hashtag Team Fun all over social media.
Yep. And if you are on the internet and an avid Amazing Race fan, you know that season 31 is coming out on May 22nd, and the cast has just been released. And on season 31 is...
Your boy!
Mr. Floyd Pierce.
Okay, I first want to say, like, this was the hardest secret to keep.
Even harder than the first time? Because I think I find it harder than the first time.
Yeah, the first time was really hard.
Right, because you know that you definitely don't want to get, like, any litigation with any other network or anything like that.
Yeah.
But then the second time you're like, well, can I tell someone?
Yeah.
I would bet the desire to tell is higher.
Oh, it is.
It is,
yeah. So
because it's also awesome, right? It's an all-star season. Is that correct?
It's like
a super all-star.
It's like they have 3 different shows competing. So like Survivor contestants, Big Brother contestants, and then like some previous Amazing Race. So it's like CBS's like reunion clash kind of thing.
That's amazing. So you're doing kind of a trifecta, tri-branded season of The Amazing Race.
Yeah.
Now,
crazy.
Totally. Before we get into your intro, who do you think has the advantage of those 3 shows going into The Amazing Race?
Well, I'm like obviously biased because I would say Amazing Race.
Well, see, I would agree with that statement, right? Because I feel like if they did the same thing with like RuPaul's Drag Race as an example, they said we're going to bring everyone from RuPaul's Drag Race, the cast of Flavor of Love, and the cast of
MasterChef Junior.
Exactly.
I
I think the drag queens are going to win. So I mean, I feel like you guys definitely have the
I would say like because like I've like obviously I know what happens. Beforehand, I would say I felt that I don't know. I'm trying not to spoil anything. This doesn't spoil anything. I'm just being weird.
Yeah, this is not a
spoiler alert. It's not.
It's not at all.
Before we started the race, I felt like Survivor teams would be like really physical.
Yeah.
And I felt like Big Brother teams would be like really social.
Okay.
So I
that
felt
makes
like
sense.
they'd have, but like so are we. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just like they have.
You have all that in there.
It's just they're different experiences entirely.
Right.
Exactly. I've envisioned the Survivor contestants like chewing on people's limbs.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's their advantage.
I wasn't expecting that at all.
The Big Brother ones, like they all have like binoculars.
That's like what we felt. Yeah.
And you guys are just racing up a storm.
Oh
So
gosh.
Floyd Pierce, tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of what you have upcoming.
How do you know us?
How do you know us and what's your role in this new season of Amazing Race?
So I just kind of wandered in here. No. I am Pity's brother.
What?
Born and raised together in Highlands Ranch, Colorado.
We're pretty much twins.
Yeah. People think we're either
twins
or mother and son.
Yeah.
Or twins.
I like the mother and son analogy. It always makes me laugh.
Yeah.
I was not a promiscuous 7-year-old, so I can tell you that much. So.
It took me a second to understand why you said that.
Yeah.
And then I realized.
Yeah.
Anyway, born and raised in Highlands Ranch. Went to school.
Good.
Don't call
graduated.
like that.
I graduated from CU.
Yes.
I work at an investment advisor in Boulder.
Good for you. Nice.
Yeah.
So you'll be responsible with some money.
Yes.
That's true.
Could you teach me an Pity about that?
I could try.
Because I'm working on my debt right now.
That's right. And we like ramen.
Right. And we really like ramen. We got to take you to this really good ramen place
I'm down.
too. Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So before going on to The Amazing Race, your first season, were you a fan of The Amazing Race?
Yeah.
Were you a fan of the show?
I watched it since I was in elementary school.
Wow,
So,
with the
like,
whole family, you guys were like gathered around the television.
No.
No, never.
They just gave it to that.
No,
Hell
it started like I was in like 5th or 6th grade, and they did like this Amazing Race like math activity around our school.
That both of those things sound so not appealing to me. Math and running.
I majored in math in college.
Yeah.
If you want to know. So then I was like, that was cool. What is this? And then I like discovered the show. At that point, in like 2005, it was in its like like 7th or 8th season or something like that.
Right.
Crazy.
So
Weren't
instead
those-
of like paying attention to me graduating high school, he was like, "No, fuck you, Amazing Race."
No, okay. That didn't happen.
No, it didn't happen.
That's nuts. So I've always been a fan. What season? Do you guys remember what season the bowling shirt ladies were on?
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
22 or 23.
So that is bonkers. So that is actually the.
I met one of them, I think.
Really?
So one of them are from Colorado, aren't they?
Yeah. They have family out here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, and I don't know that she's out here, but yeah.
She's out here. She's just floating.
Gotta love reality stars. I'm like the bowling shirt ladies.
Right. What about the watermelon lady? The one that got hit in the face.
Nat and Kat. That's their names.
Yeah.
I might. Sorry if I butchered that. I think it's Nat and Kat. I haven't met them.
You absolutely, folks. Not endorsed by anyone else, but you should absolutely Google the watermelon in the face.
It's like the most iconic Amazing Race
My
scene.
God.
It's so bonkers. It hurts me just watching.
And they're like, keep racing.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Heatstroke.
Well, that is a good point. So me and El Pity, of course, were supporting you while you were on your season.
I hope so.
Yes.
No doubt.
No, I liked Brooke better. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Brooke and
that's
Scott.
fine.
No, I'm just kidding.
Now, as Team Fun, you got to 5th place. Is that correct? 5th or 4th?
Mm-hmm. 5th. Yeah.
Let's go into that because you were in 5th place for a serious reason.
Yeah.
A very serious reason that I give you shit for all the time. And sorry that I keep cussing, but whatever, it's fine. It's our podcast.
That's right.
But you got a heat stroke.
Yeah.
Yes.
Midway through
Yeah.
the challenge.
Yeah.
I want you to go into detail for that.
Where were you? Kind of.
Yeah.
Just paint the picture for our audience.
So it was leg 10 of 12. So we were almost there in
Yeah.
Vietnam. And then so we had an earlier leg in leg 9.
So you said Vietnam. So do you ever say like back in Nam?
All the time.
All the time.
I feel like it's disrespectful, honestly,
absolutely
to
is.
those who actually served our country. So
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I did just make a face and I'm like, oh God, oh no.
But I don't
Yellow
do that
ribbon.
seriously.
Right.
But yeah, so we had a leg in Hanoi, and Beck and I placed first in that leg.
That's crazy. El Pity thinks I'm Hanoiing.
I didn't say that.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I
Do you
get
understand the joke?
Well, welcome.
Shay.
And then we went to Ninh Binh Mountains in Vietnam, and it was like 100 degrees or something that day.
What?
And it was like humid, and it was like a bike. It was like their jungly biking everywhere leg. So we like biked to this temple and got the Travelocity roaming gnome, and then we did this bike.
Come
this
through,
other
brand
challenge.
deal. Okay.
Yeah, Travelocity is sponsored.
Sponsor us, please.
And then there was this challenge. It was a roadblock, so I did it, which probably wasn't the best decision. But basically, I had to like load this bike with like 120 shrimp traps, and then bike it to this like fisherman's village a mile away.
Nuts.
So it sucked, and I couldn't. I like had trouble balancing, and I walked the bike, and I was basically doing that challenge for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
No.
Because like the first time I got down there, like all my traps had fallen off, and I was like, they were like turn around and do it again. And the second time I got there, one fell off without me noticing it, so I had to turn around and like go find it. So like it was like 3 or 4 hours I was out there, and then
And you helped your fellow contestants.
yeah,
too.
I helped some other contestants.
Yeah.
And they were emotional support for me too, because it was tough.
Yeah.
And then like after that, so I was already starting to like hallucinate. I like remember like I was already starting to like lose my mind, like and like there's an example bike, and then like how you're supposed to load your bike, and like well, the first time I got back, I like went to the example bike and started like unloading it and like reloading it, and they're like, no, Floyd, that's not your bike, and I was like, what are you talking about?
That's my bag.
So then after we finished the challenge, I was biking to like our next destination, which was like some lake or something, and like I fell off my bike. They only showed like one fall on TV or two, but it was like 6.
I remember you telling me this, and I remember you getting back because once he got back that first time, my dad dropped him off from the airport because we had a 4th of July event.
Yeah, that was the day I got back. Yeah,
Yeah, and he like walks to the door. He's like, "I got heat stroke and fell. Look at my hands and my knees."
yeah,
and I'm
I
like,
saw the scars.
I was
So then
okay.
then that last time I fell, and like their because they always have medical staff like somewhere.
Yeah.
But like they were like following us closely because they were like, "Is he okay?" I like almost swerved into like oncoming because there are cars on the bike road too.
Oh, I didn't
I
see
remember
that.
one time I like almost like ran straight into a car.
Oh,
It was,
and they
it was
drive like
difficult
Looney
to-
Tunes. I mean,
Yeah.
like,
See,
it's
Mama
monster
can't-
driving.
Mama don't know that part.
So then, like, I basically fainted, or not fainted, but like they laid me down on the ground, like poured water on me, and I tried crying blood from my eyes. I thought I saw like a windmill in the distance when it wasn't there, because I like wind turbines, like they're my favorite thing.
Oh, they'll scare the
I
hell
like
out of
thought
me.
I saw one, and they were like, "You don't." I like remember all the producers standing there, and I was like, "You guys see it? It's a windmill," and they all were like, "Oh my gosh, he's crazy." And I was like, "No,
his mind.
I know this is a crazy moment. I know you think I'm crazy, but I swear it's there." And that's when they knew. They were like, "He's suffering."
I think
Something
I
is not
remember you
right.
saying like they asked you, "What country are you in right now?"
And I forgot where I was.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
Oh my.
so.
So as soon as you get eliminated, do they just toot it and boot it? Like they're like, okay, cool, because you still had like scars on your body. So are you basically out as soon as you're out?
Yeah. What? Like, what do you, what?
So let's just say you get eliminated. Are you like on that next plane home?
No, so, like, well, it depends. So how it works is, like, if you're eliminated, they take you somewhere to this, like, far-off location.
That's
and,
a
like,
seclusion
all the,
place.
like, sequester.
Makes sense.
Sequester.
That's what
They call it.
for sure.
And it's actually, like,
Good.
pretty nice and, like, vacation-y. So, like, I think season 29, it was, what was it? Rome? No, it wasn't Rome.
Wow.
I think it was Rome, maybe. I don't remember where it was.
That's still amazing. They're taking you
Yeah.
to like a
But-
secluded, beautiful country.
But since we got out, like, 3 days before the race was over, because it was, like 10 of 12. So they just flew us straight to the end city in Chicago. And everyone's there at the finish line cheering on the winner.
Yeah.
Which is tough. Cause,
You looked cool though
Oh,
at the end.
thanks.
Like,
yeah.
Is there anything you look back on when you're on TV and you're like, God, that looked really bad?
All the time.
Yeah.
Well, like, I don't know.
I wrote that down for one of these.
We obviously were edited like extremely well, so like I don't
That's
really
nice.
there's no one moment. I remember like during the heat stroke challenge, there was one point where I was like, I just made a critical error in judgment. And I was like, I sound like a freaking nerd. I was like, is that how I talk? Which is fine. I mean, it was whatever.
It is crazy when you see yourself back.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Like,
I don't know. I mean, I feel like everything. Oh, when I lost my passport, that sucked, but
oh,
that was yeah.
I feel like you would be very hard to edit as some sort of villain. Like, I think they would have no
Probably.
issue making me a bitch on TV. Like, a couple wrong clips together, like,
right.
oh, that bitch.
Ooh, the villain of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they did that to Brooke, and Brooke is actually really nice.
Yeah, like I met her.
Well,
a
duh.
lot.
You had the show with her.
I hung
so.
out with her after the show,
Yeah,
like, multiple times.
Yeah, no, she's really nice.
Yeah,
Like,
she's-
I've
yeah.
seen her in different videos that you guys have
Yeah.
done.
So
It's crazy, and it's like a crazy cool community you guys have built, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's insane. Like that season, we had Army veteran,
Yeah.
Wall Street dude, like
Yeah.
just random people. They're like, hey, and we I still text them or Snapchat them casually.
Joey's on my friend list.
Yeah.
Hi, Joey.
Yeah.
Speaking of...
Is that just a baby kangaroo?
No. I mean, he is definitely not the size of a baby kangaroo. He's, like, really tall.
Yeah,
It's a man, Maury.
Boston.
But speaking of castmates, let's talk about your teammate. How is Becca?
She's good. So I mean, you'll see. Because like they introduce us and like say like give us updates on our lives. So I don't know how much I can say.
Oh, okay. Well,
Well,
then
no, I can say it. It's our life. It's fine.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Oh,
gonna do
okay.
it. Fuck you. No, I'm just kidding.
Live your life, Floyd.
CBS, I'm so sorry.
No,
please
CBS,
do not
please.
sue
I
us.
love you. Thank you so much for choosing
Yes,
me again.
thank
to do
you.
this. I'm not gonna spoil anything.
Please sponsor us. Oh,
I basically graduated college since then, working at a firm. She's I mean, not much has changed with her. She still climbs a
for her.
lot.
Mm-hmm.
She lives in a van now. She's living that van life. That's really like,
Amazing.
the
Yeah.
major updates. I was just scared to talk because like they're gonna obviously say that on the show, but I can't spoil my own life. Like,
Your
Right.
own update of your
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't do anything. I'm a bum. You know?
So yeah, she's chilling.
That's awesome.
Speaking of favorite, I'm going to talk about your favorite part of season 29 and my favorite part of season 29.
Okay.
So, what was your favorite part of season
I don't
29?
know. That's everyone asked me that question. I thought all of it was cool because every leg is so different than the last leg, and even if it like sucked, like it was like I was exhausted or it was easy, like it's I don't know. I guess like Norway, like
Oh, yeah.
skydiving.
That's what I have written
Is
down.
that your favorite?
Yeah.
That whole day was just like we're first, we're skydiving.
Right.
Okay, let's go. Like,
Yeah, it was
just, like, crazy.
such an exciting episode just because he got the fast pass and they're about to skydive but they're skydiving out of a helicopter and I didn't know you could do that
Yeah.
until he
That's
did
not-
it.
yeah.
But then my favorite part of that was you rolled out of the helicopter.
Yeah.
Like he didn't just like
Yeah,
jump.
that's right.
yeah.
So I was like,
I remember that.
It's like it's gonna make any difference not being like just a little taller out of like if you just like jump like.
Right.
I would be worried about what are those called
the blades.
The blades. Like,
Yeah.
that would be
Oh, yeah.
concerning. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
probably made a smart move to.
Yeah.
duck
Well,
him.
it was the instructor. I was just like,
it
she
wasn't
was
just
like,
him by himself.
Yeah.
Hey, Floyd, just go up in the helicopter. You're gonna have a parachute. Well, we
Okay,
hope.
pull it. If you
Yeah.
die, remember you signed a lease. So,
Right.
or a waiver.
I would not mind that. I'm like, I don't want a lady. I don't want a lady behind me.
Right. I got this. I can do this by
Oh
myself.
my gosh.
I'm like, let's go. 1, 2, 3. I'm glad we don't have video for what I just did.
Oh my goodness. Okay. We're just gonna move on past
Yeah.
that. So season 31. Oh my
Yes.
gosh. So I know
Bonkers.
yeah, people were very excited about Team Fun beforehand, and I know they're gonna be excited now for you guys.
Oh.
But I know,
Shucks.
right? Oh shucks. Oh, I stalked you. I stalked the hashtag.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah.
It was really weird.
That I stalked my brother.
That you stalked your brother. But obviously it's, I mean, the separation between you and LPD is none because you guys are siblings. But it's nuts to know someone in such a iconic, huge show in our
Right.
country. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
pop
it's
culture.
weird.
I mean, it's really nuts though to
Yeah.
really think about.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's it feels normal to me now, but every now and then I'm like, oh, I was on The Amazing Race.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Do you still get recognized a lot? I know we've talked about this before. But
like not a lot. It depends. Like yeah, no. Like I got recognized like last week. I also
Okay.
feel like when Beck and I are together, we get recognized a lot more. And also I feel like people see me and they're like, "Is that Floyd or is that just another black guy?" Like,
yeah,
am I about to be
and they're just
racist?
awkwardly staring at you like,
Yeah. So
Yeah,
like
it's so
sometimes
true.
I'll be in restaurants or like looking around the room and I'll see like I'll catch people's eyes and like catch it again. And
Yeah.
but I don't want to say like, oh, I was on TV. You see me. Like,
Yes, you know who I am.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Floyd Pierce.
Yeah.
I was on Amazing Race.
Or like the worst is like like a lot of people will be like, you look familiar, and I don't want to just say like, oh well, do you watch Amazing
Yeah,
Race?
exactly.
That happened to me.
I've seen it on TV.
You have a television? I mean, duh.
Do you remember, I guess a couple months ago, I forgot when that was, but the Oscars. Oscars. So we had our party. Well, the Queer Bots
Yeah, the
did.
Oscars viewing party. That's right.
And I was outside, and this guy was like, "Oh, you look so good." He's like, "You look so familiar," and I'm like, "Well, you look great."
You look super.
I didn't know what to say, so I totally get that. But I don't know what I got recognized for.
Yeah.
But it's true. I mean, and I think, honestly, not by no means comparing hashtag that podcast to hashtag Team Fun, but it's so true. I almost feel like LPD and I are more recognizable as a duo
Yeah.
than we are as individuals. I think that's very
That's
true.
the case
It's
with like a lot of Amazing Race teams. Because like if you go on Survivor or Big Brother, there's like individual shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of those people get like a lot of individual following, whereas like me and Becca's stuff is like a lot
Right.
of joint. Which I mean, it's not a bad thing. I'm not
Exactly.
complaining. But yeah.
like, let me live my own life.
So I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Okay.
Which is your favorite season, 29 or 31?
31.
31?
31.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
It sounds so epic. I'm telling you, I think it's going to be such a fun season for
Yeah,
Right.
I think
everyone to watch.
I think it's a good season.
Yeah.
Like I'm excited for it.
Keep in mind, they filmed last summer.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is literally airing a year after this happened.
Exactly.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a comment as opposed to a question. I just hope you stay hydrated, Floyd.
I mean, I can't confirm or deny that, but that was a goal.
Because you better not plead the fifth, okay? The fifth.
That was the first question I asked him. Like, did you get heat stroke again?
And I can't tell you my answer, obviously.
Right.
But hydration was definitely on the top of my mind.
Just
Yeah.
key. The race took much longer because you just had way more potty breaks.
Yeah. Hey guys, hold up! I gotta pee on the side of the road. I'm so sorry.
Why does Floyd have a catheter?
Oh god.
Efficiency.
Now, what would you say, without giving any spoilers away, but if we were to
Yeah.
compare, 29 and 31, what do you think is the hardest part of the competition?
Comparing 29 and 31, or just in general?
Just in general, but encompassing both seasons. So, out of everything, what was the hardest part of the competition?
It's tough.
Without giving away anything.
Yeah.
Honestly, like the toughest part is just psychological. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not like I feel like I'm pretty good in like stressful situations and like like this like they put you in situations to try to make you like feel uncomfortable and stuff, and I usually do pretty good with that. But like I feel like this season, I feel like the first time I went on the show, I was more like freaking out.
Do you
Because,
see that he just did that?
What?
He did
Miss-
me. He
Floyd
does me.
is banging
He
on
does
the desk.
that all the time.
Oh, really?
He always does that in the
I
podcast.
totally do.
When she makes a point, she hits that desk.
First
Bitch, the first time, high stress level.
So watching season 29, and I watched it with like some really close friends too. They would be like, "Oh, Lord, that's you. That you do that." So it's weird to like
That's interesting.
that
Yeah.
see you on TV like doing some of this, and I'm like, "Oh," and then to see you do that, I'm just like, "Oh God, no
That's
wonder people
interesting.
think we're twins."
Oh, I think you were talking about you and the host. Always got that. I'm like, that's crazy. They're the same person.
Hey guys, welcome to Amazing Race. It's me, Phil.
He is a delight as well. But
Yeah,
sorry, so that's
yeah.
kind of the hardest part
Who came
for
to
you.
your graduation?
Yeah, he was at my graduation because his
Yeah.
daughter went to CU. It was the
that's
same year
wicked
as
awesome.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so like season 29, I felt like my nerves were a lot more focused on like being on TV for the first time or being on The Amazing Race the first time.
Yeah.
Whereas the second time, I was like, oh, okay, cameras, what's up? Like it's easier. So like my stress focused a lot more on like the competition and like I got a lot more nervous about what was happening. Whereas like last time, I felt like I was
Gotta
still
look good
like,
for the camera.
or I don't know.
Like how you would be perceived by the audience.
Yeah, I mean, you
Right? I
If
mean-
you want to do well, you just can't think about that.
Yeah.
That's
Totally.
like the reality. But at the same time, you never know.
And some people are always going to love you, and some people are always going to not love you, right? And I think that's a
Exactly.
totally natural thing, but as humans, we're like, we just want to be liked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like, especially in something so high pressure, I can
Yeah.
only
Oh
imagine.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Because I know you did a lot of training for 29. What is your training regimen to get ready for Amazing Race?
Honestly, it's just running.
and
is the biggest thing.
how much do you run?
Not a lot. I run.
Runs down the block like.
I run like a couple miles like a few times a week.
Okay.
And then for season 31, Becca and I like actually like I started going to her gym with her, like
Oh, wow.
movement climbing gym sponsor.
gosh.
I don't know.
Sponsor
So I did a
alert.
few like the workout classes there with her. Did yoga,
Yoga's
which is
weird,
actually
right?
really hard.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
yoga's
I only do
hard.
fro yoga.
I do both at the same
Yum.
time. It's really weird.
And then we ran up like the Flatirons in Boulder. We like ran up them
I heard that.
like
I
a
know
few
that trail.
times.
I don't do that.
It sucked.
That's
That was-
Yeah.
nuts. I only go to the Flatiron Mall. I loop that maybe half.
We also
Right.
we went to the Flatiron Mall and did an escape room there to
epic.
like
Oh, that's
mental
smart.
training together.
Oh, that's really smart.
Yeah, we did
Oh my
that.
good- Amazing Race contestants. Hear this here first.
Yeah.
That's brilliant, actually.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
There's your secret.
But like we couldn't train together the first time because we didn't know each other existed.
Yeah, makes
Oh,
sense.
that's
And
true.
this time, since we were like, okay, let's do
Like,
some
we're
stuff.
Here's our game plan.
Yes.
Here we know what's going on. So
Yeah.
awesome. Okay. We already know the theme. I called it Super All Star.
Super All Star.
I like it's a Mario game. By the way, just so you guys know, a little fun fact about Floyd. He's really good at video games. Like really good. Like he'll get a new video game and finish it in 2 days.
Well,
Video
it depends.
guy.
What?
Depends.
Well, no. I've seen it. I've seen
Well,
it.
not lately.
Not lately.
I love it. Totally non-Amazing Race related. What's your favorite video game right now?
I don't really know.
I've been addicted to this Fortnite game. I know.
Oh, really?
I know. I don't. Look
I don't.
12,
so like,
but-
I don't play like I play like Nintendo. That's like strictly
Yeah.
what I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm playing this game called Octopath Traveler.
Oh yeah.
Right now?
Uh-huh.
Oh, do you
Yep.
know? Have you
I know
played
that?
that?
Yep. I haven't played it. 'cause
I have
I'm
no
on
idea what
Nintendo.
that is.
That's pretty cool. It's like this game where it's like an RPG with like 8 storylines happening at the exact same time.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
well,
a lot of stuff. It's good for ADD. It's
okay.
like a lot happening. I love
Yeah,
that.
sure. Yeah.
Cool. That's probably good for me then. Sign me up.
Yeah, we play a lot of the new. You should play the new Mario Party on the
Oh,
Switch.
I have.
Yeah,
It's
that's
so
pretty
good.
That's pretty good.
We should do a live stream of Mario Party one of these
I'll
days.
play
it.
Let's do it. Let's get back
you have
in.
a
Let's
Switch?
just have a good
I
time.
do have a Switch.
Okay,
yeah.
I need to switch myself.
Oh my-
I need to switch.
I need to switch myself.
I would like to be employed.
Yes.
Floyd will be me. You're going to be in IT and I'll be an advisor, okay?
All right.
So you had mentioned 31 is going to include the castmates, some castmates from Big Brother,
Yeah.
Survivor, and of course The Amazing Race.
Yep.
If you could do any reality show,
Besides the Amazing Race.
that's exactly right. And you've never heard this question before, I'm sure.
Actually, people rarely. Every time people ask me questions about the show, it's like the most cliche stuff. Like, what's your favorite country?
Yep.
What was the hardest challenge?
Yep.
And I'm like, well, if you watch the show, you know.
Literally know the
Oh, the
answers.
van voice. Well, what's your favorite challenge?
Yeah, like that's
So
it's
true.
always cliche. So.
And we do like with drag queens too when we go to these drag con conventions. It's like, what's your favorite lip sync number? It's like, yes, I'm sure you've never heard this before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but what reality show would you do? And it doesn't have to be necessarily on CBS. What would you?
World of Dance.
Oh, stop.
I need to like learn how to dance. First. I can dance, like, but I can't like dance.
Well, he cannot dance well. He can dance on beat. It just
No, I can dance well.
You can dance on beat.
No, I can dance well. No, I can dance. I will defend myself.
Okay.
I've seen some snaps. Now, El Pity, would that be your TV show too? World of Dance?
No.
What would you do?
I probably would try out for American Idol or The Voice again, to be so honest with you.
the voice.
Have you ever tried out for The Voice?
Yes.
Okay.
And I've tried out for American Idol, but that was the time I lost my voice too. So I'm like sitting there.
She's like,
Yeah. So I think
awesome.
I would be more prepared now. So who knows? I might do it again.
Yeah.
World of Dance. I think you should try it, Floyd.
Yeah, I'll
frankly.
try it. I can dance. Oh, don't let these people think I can't dance.
I bet you he can dance. I mean, did you? I would imagine so. I mean, I'm just going with it because I've never seen you dance, so I mean, I can't really attest either way.
I don't think you've ever seen me like dance.
Okay. I mean, I saw the video.
What video?
The Hearts of Reality Stars, which I think is a cool thing too.
What
that
did I dance in
convention
that
thing.
video? What are you
Well,
talking
because you
about?
guys like had a dance party, a '90s party. Oh, yeah. I gotta tell you something after this. Anyway.
Okay.
Guys, they're siblings. Can you tell? You know, let's roll with this question here. So, if you were, I'm going to pull everything aside with brutal
Yes.
honesty,
Oh,
I know what
gosh.
question you're gonna ask.
vulnerability.
Because I love this
I want you
question.
to answer this
Okay.
as honestly as possible. Do you think #thatpodcast, El Pity and John John would make a viable team on The Amazing
I
Race?
mean, honestly, yeah. What? Viable? Like, would you get?
We were saying hell no.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Like, if we were a team,
Yeah.
do you think Floyd thinks we could get
Like I
anywhere?
always tell people, because I think people ask me like, "Oh, would you ever do The Amazing Race with him?" I'm like, my brother knows me well enough to not even ask me, because I can't do it. Like I could do.
I think you'd be cast. I think you'd be the kind of people who get cast.
Gosh,
100%.
I mean, I could get like, I couldn't jump out of planes or do like the bungee jumping.
Bitch, I would push you. I was saying, because I did $1 million, I would be kicking you at the
You would have to
helicopter.
do that one. I will climb things. I will eat things. I will run. Like the running thing, I got down.
Yeah,
So-
as honest, if you can run, like they don't put you. They can't. There's things you can't do. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
there's
Like
certain-
I feel like I could have done that bike challenge, but just like thought better
Yeah.
and been more hydrated.
Yeah.
you know?
And you make a good point. It's your first time, too, right? Like, hey, it was memorable.
Yeah.
So I'll
it's
give you
true.
that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, I just realized you're probably gonna replay that. You following.
Totally.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, oh, last time I was on The Amazing Race, I got a heat stroke, and then like flashback, it's like all gray. Me on the
Also, like
ground.
the sad music
Yeah.
too.
But I'm back to redeem myself.
Boom, sound effects.
That was very calculated.
Right. Also, I'm an editor on the show. Surprise.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, that would be epic.
Yeah. I don't know.
And I definitely couldn't do Survivor. No.
I feel like I could do Survivor more than I could do jumping out of a plane.
Really,
Or
I feel
helicopter.
like Survivor's harder.
can lift shit.
It's just different.
I can lift things and I can do puzzles and stuff, and I'm good with memory.
Yep, and I've
stuff
seen you
like
gnaw on limbs.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Survivor, apparently you're a cannibal. That's great. We're gonna get sued.
No, Survivor's a fun show, too. You know what show I always thought I would get cast on? Biggest
Brother.
Loser.
Oh.
Legit. Big Brother also. But Biggest Loser. And then,
Then
that controversy occurred,
Yeah,
so.
Oh, we won't talk about it. I feel
Yeah.
like it's- okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Well,
It's juicy.
it's so juicy. You're gonna be like, oh, that was boring.
Yeah, it was really boring.
But would you ever, if they were like, hey, come and do Big Brother, what would you do?
I'd probably do it.
Yeah.
I feel like you just don't like turn that down.
Absolutely.
Big Brother's tough because that's 3 months
Yeah.
of your life you have to give up, or more than that because there's some time before and after. But
just-
I'd do it.
I feel like I just have too much shit to bring with me because I have bad sinuses, so I have to bring my sinus irrigator. I got to bring like my medication.
Are you familiar with your sister's irrigation system of her
I
sinuses?
don't know you have an irrigation system.
I mean, it literally plugs into the wall, and I believe into the sink.
Yeah, well, no. So you like it's a little tank. Why are we? I'm sorry. What? Damn it.
Riveting stories with that
It's like a
podcast.
little tank. You put water in it, and then like it plugs in, and then you this little nozzle. It's
And it
just
goes
like
through your nose?
Yeah,
It's like that
it's
thing
like
goes-
it's like a neti pot, but like it's just
Floyd, wouldn't you watch this on Instagram Live? Because I would.
Actually.
That's weird.
It's like moving right along.
Right.
Now, you don't get your cell phone around, right, for this whole show?
No, you don't get anything.
How bad is that, right? Because I feel like all of us are constantly checking our
No, it's not bad at all, honestly.
Not for
So
you
we
at all.
actually share a phone plan, and he barely uses his phone, honestly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I don't.
Are you a drug dealer? Do you just have a burner phone?
It's possible.
It's possible.
Yeah. We both are. Surprise. Sorry, Mom and Dad.
Oh.
Our bad. But we're buying you that Mercedes you always wanted, so.
So nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that would be really challenging, is not having any of that.
You're focused on everything else, you know what I mean? So
But my OCD would just go overdrive.
Really?
Honestly.
What is in the back of your mind while you're competing? Is it the money? Is it the I want to win? Is it the what is the one thing just kind of floating in the back of your mind while you're doing it?
It's twerking, isn't it?
yeah,
Twerk,
it's
twerk,
twerking.
twerk,
I don't know. That's a good question.
Thank you.
It's just like
You hear this, CBS? I could be you doing your fucking nightly news. Okay.
Right. Need some reporters. Here you go. I'll be your host. Here you go.
I don't know, really. To be honest with you, it's kind of just in the moment. I was like never motivated by like the million.
Really?
Like
That would be my only motivation. And winning.
because you just can't think about that. I don't know. I just think about what's coming next.
I think that's what makes you such a great cast member, just because you're such a diehard Amazing Race fan,
Yeah.
and you want to be there for the experience.
Yeah, because I also feel like I'm trying to like live in the moment, but it's also so hard to live in the moment because I'm like, how do I get to the next moment?
Yeah.
And drink water as well.
Honestly, I think the one thing I think about is like, are we at the end of the leg yet?
Yep, exactly.
Right.
not
Oh
that
my gosh,
not that I
yes.
want it to end, but I'm like, I want to just know that I didn't get eliminated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good.
Or
That's what I think
Gosh.
about.
Or you're not going down the wrong trail or something
Yeah.
crazy.
Right. Lori, get back here. No, there's the money. This is the right way. Trust me.
Yeah.
Let's say you win $1 million.
Okay.
What's the first thing you buy with that million?
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Not a new sister.
I don't know. I've thought about that before. I don't know.
Do you smell the very strong odor of
Yeah,
marijuana
like-
coming through the office?
And I
So
think
we
it's
are-
raining too, so like
Oh, nice.
rain and marijuana is coming in through.
In our studio, there's just a smoke cloud of marijuana. And we're all just staring at each other like, oh, you?
$1 million. Honestly, like give it family, travel, and then like save it.
So you'd buy a new family and travel
Yeah,
and save it.
yeah.
That's
Cool.
really
Great.
crazy.
Awesome.
No,
All
it's true
right.
though. I mean, it sounds so cliche, but I agree. It's like, what would you want to do? You want
Yeah.
to take care of your loved ones. You
Yeah.
want to see the
Charity.
world. And
Charity.
Oh, charity.
Yeah.
I know her. I went to high school with her.
No, charity.
I did too.
I think it might be the same one actually.
The same charity.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Potentially. Was
Okay.
she bigger?
No,
Okay.
I can't voice anything about her anymore. Well, shout out for charity.
Oh, I might know her too.
Very well, could be the same person.
All right. So, after being on The Amazing Race, what doors have opened up for you?
Oh,
This, I mean, you would have never been invited to that podcast if you weren't on The Amazing Race.
Just saying. I mean, you still would have been on the podcast either way. You've been on the podcast even.
I don't know. Like, people reach out to me, be like, "Hey, you need a job," kind of thing.
Oh, weird. I mean,
Or-
that happened at one of your senior events when somebody thought I was your mom. So.
Yeah.
Floyd has a job if he wants it. Okay.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's like nothing crazy. Honestly, it's just like I have more like credibility or a lot of speaking engagements. I do a lot of speaking. So I spoke at an elementary school like 2 weeks ago,
Oh, nice.
That's so cute.
and then I spoke at like the YMCA's like fundraising gala
I remember that.
like 2 years ago. So it was like a bunch of people who were like giving like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I was like the keynote, and that was weird
Oh, that's
because like I interned there, so that's like the connection. So like yeah, pretty much stuff like that.
That's crazy. I just came up with a crossover show that I think The Amazing Race should do.
Oh, God.
They should pull in all former and great contestants like you into the show as one half of the team, and the other half of the team is a drag queen from RuPaul's Drag Race.
I'm here for it.
In
I'm
full
here for
drag,
it.
in full
I was
niche,
waiting for you
baby.
to say, and pull in their sibling, and I'm like, oh, shit.
Ah, shit.
CBS would have to. Oh, I almost knocked out my headphones.
Yeah.
They would have to. What network is RuPaul? MTV or VH1?
VH1.
Yeah, NBC Universal. So
Yeah.
I feel like they could. They couldn't. I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be
Yeah.
cool, but I don't think it can. Like,
There's
Well, I
gonna be
mean,
a new drag
RuPaul is
show.
on CBS.
he is on CBS.
That is a
That's
good point.
true, yeah.
So this could work.
Taking over the world. But yeah, that would be really, really,
And
really
Evie
fun.
could be your partner. Oh my
Evie.
Evie.
It's our Denver queen. Anyway.
Tyler Oakley from the season was a guest on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my question, because I didn't look over the rest of the cast.
Yeah, it's crazy. So Tyler Oakley is
Yeah.
in this season.
Yeah.
Which I had no idea that was his claim to fame.
Was it Amazing Race?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
YouTube.
He was on-
I'm fucking stupid.
My face just now was like, no!
Don't finish that sentence, John.
No, he was really big on...
There goes my CBS
yeah,
deal.
he's like,
YouTube.
yeah, he started on YouTube, and he's like an icon for the LGBTQ community. And
So was he coming in as a celebrity or as a regular person?
so he was on season 28, and
Okay,
the
that's
theme of
right.
season 28 was like a bunch of like YouTube and Vine stars.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
so
yeah,
he
you're
was
right,
on
you're
the
right.
season before me, actually.
Yeah.
And then they brought him back for this one, and him and Corey.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Bring. The more you know.
We talked about that. So, here's a random question for you. Don't
Okay.
look at my questions.
I'm
Stop
trying to look.
it. Telling. You can't read my handwriting, no way.
I can.
Oh, well, thank you.
Oh,
That's so
okay.
sweet.
I see you have the acronym AR.
It's TAR, because I forgot the T
tar.
at first.
That's how all the fans
Yeah.
call it.
Do they call it tar?
Yeah.
Tar.
At first, when I saw that, I was
Tar
like,
Binks.
problematic. And then I was like, oh, wait, nope, we're good. But anyways, so a common theme to both of us is that you like to randomly create songs that interrupt people and make up songs. Can you make up a song for us right now? Like, it's really funny. We'll be walking places and he will just start yell singing. Like,
That's
he's worse than me.
hilarious.
Yeah, but you can't force me to do it. It just
Yeah,
happens
just
This is
happens,
true,
right?
Yeah. Like, he's worse than me. Like, I think we're the same, actually.
Yeah,
So
I'll do
honest.
it. I can't. Can I try again later? I don't
Yeah,
know.
try again later. Just
Okay.
cut us off. Okay.
You'll just come to right. You'll be like walking down the elevator. I don't think you can walk down an elevator.
I'm good at twerk.
It's true.
What is something that no one knows about you?
People ask me that question too. I don't know.
Open Pandora's box and tell us.
What is something no one knows about me? That I can dance?
Like that's true. No one knows that.
Okay. Sorry, I just my foot was under
We're
your
playing
foot.
some
Sorry.
I feel like I don't have a lot of secrets. My I shouldn't tell this story actually. I'm
Oh.
gonna talk about my piano teacher.
No, we want you to talk about your pianist.
That's well, as long as you don't say her name.
I just don't want to like be rude. Is that rude?
Well, she was rude.
She was, but like
Tell the story.
Okay. So basically,
time.
Shade.
I like music.
Do you like music or do you like music?
Both.
Yeah.
Same.
And so I started taking, because I played saxophone ever since I was little in college. And then after I graduated, I started taking piano lessons with this one individual who was like really, very good pianist, but also just like not
bitch.
a good teacher. No, well, kind of, but not a good teacher.
That's crazy. I have had a lot of very good pianists that aren't good teachers. So it's like we are living the same life.
Yeah,
This is
okay.
crazy.
Anyway.
You get the best of both. See,
Like
there was
our
me.
first lesson, I told her like, I've been playing music for 8 years, and then like next lesson she like forgot and thought I was like brand new, and then like that kept going. So she was like kind of forgetful, which I don't know. I didn't know how to use technology. Basically, like she was good at playing piano, but our lessons would be wasted on like not playing piano and all this other stuff. So like I casually tried to tell her like I didn't want to be her student anymore. I was like, oh, like I'd want to save money, or oh, I have other things coming up. And I actually used going on the Amazing Race the second time as like my out. I didn't tell her because I couldn't tell her what I was doing. I said like, oh, I just have this. Life is changing. I'm going on this experience. And then she like when I sent her this email, she said like, no, come talk to me. And because like she thought I was like an incredible student and like loved me and didn't want to lose me. And then so I said, okay, well I'm going out of the country. And she's like, is it a music related thing? And I was like, well, could be. I don't really know.
I can't tell you.
Might happen. And then so I like as I'm like going to the airport to leave for the race, like she emails me, and then I get back the day I get back because like I was very intentional saying like I'm done, like I'm done taking lessons. Like I was trying to graciously leave her.
It's like dating. You're like, I do not want.
Yeah, because the truth is she just wasn't a good teacher, but I wasn't gonna tell her that. And then so I get back and she like calls me and like I didn't mean to like ignore the call, but I did. So then like 4 months later, this was like in October, November, she like I'm like at work and I never saved her number, so I see this unknown number, and it's like oh, hi. Or I like answered. I was like, hi, this is Floyd. And she's like, hello. I can't imitate her voice because I don't want to.
Hello.
Yeah. Sure, we'll go with that. And I just like, I panicked because I realized it was her and I hung up on her. And I'm not proud of this, but I just like hung up on her because I was like, I can't deal with this right now. Like, I'm trying to tell her I'm done. And then so she like called back immediately. I didn't answer because I was freaking out. I was also like at work, and then she called again 30 minutes later. And she still had like 2 voicemails, so I didn't listen to them.
Yeah.
And then like that like weekend, I was with some friends, and like I shouldn't have done this, but I was telling them the story, and I was like, I feel so bad, like because I thought, and I was like, let me listen to these voicemails because I thought they're gonna be like Floyd, please come back. I haven't heard from you, etc. Because that's what it was before. So then I listened to the first voicemail, and it was like, I'm not gonna imitate the voice. I'm just gonna like say the words.
Yeah.
Because but it was like, how dare you hang up on me? You're just like your kind. I hope you never play another note again. And like all this stuff. Like, and it was like a minute of just like cursing my name. She's like, Jesus, like cast the pearls among the swine, or never did that. Said not to do that, and that's what you did. Like, he was like vicious. Like cursed my hands and everything.
So now I have a warrant out for my arrest because I kicked her ass. So
yeah.
actually, he won't tell me who it is.
That's crazy.
So my piano teacher cussed me out.
Yeah.
That's something no one knows about me.
Yeah.
Well, and you wonder, like, how, I mean, yes, obviously being a good student is a huge motivator, but, like, I mean, how much were you overpaying this woman? She's like,
I wasn't. I wasn't.
Really?
That's the thing, yeah. She was like, and she offered to, like, when I gave her that first email, and I was like, I want to save some money, she offered to cut my lessons in half. Damn. And I was like, okay, I can't afford this. I just don't want to do this.
All right, we're going to get juicy. Do you think there was some sort of romantic chemistry she had for you?
I hope not.
Because it sounds like it, right? Like someone leaving like crazy voicemails like that, like crazy ex-girlfriend?
I mean, she said things that were not like to me, that were like, but like, I felt that she had the kind of personality where I wouldn't be surprised if something like that happened.
Well, then,
you did say you didn't play much piano in the lesson.
Do I need to make a phone call to somebody's girlfriend?
Nothing happened. 100%. Yeah, that sucked.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Thank God for The Amazing Race. It literally saved your life.
It did. Here's a fun fact. I don't know if everybody knows this or not. Well, I mean, like, the people who know you know, but he's really smart.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, his favorite thing was running in math. That sounds insane to me. I mean, that sounds like a smart decision in life,
right. But no, in high school, he graduated second in class.
Wow.
The only reason why he didn't graduate first is because he decided to take jazz band instead.
Yeah.
So, if he would have taken another AP class, it would have been.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's fine.
Look at you, smart cookie. You little smart cookie there.
Shucks.
El Pity, do you have any more questions for Mr. Floyd?
If you had an album or a song, what would be the title?
Oh, that's a great question.
It's called "Hey Girl, Let Me See Your Pinky Toe."
Ooh.
I actually have songs I made up.
I'm here for this.
Girl.
I'm totally here for
Pinky
this.
toe.
He has notes on his phone.
Okay, so there's "Hey Girl, Let Me See Your Pinky Toe," "Fettuccine Get Bazzini," "Bonjour Bebe," because I have some like diversity.
Yeah.
Maracas, "Get Loud, Get Busy," and "Scooby Doo."
Ooh, I like that.
Okay, so when are you dropping your album? Or like
I don't know. They're like fleshed out too. Like some of them are pretty good.
Okay, I mean we got mics here. We can record a song real quick and put it on SoundCloud.
It is like drag queens. Drag queens release a single every time they're eliminated from the show.
Of their own stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
It's
Stunning.
crazy. Exactly. I just got eliminated. It's like, oh, what a bop.
Now twerk.
If you could redo your experience on The Amazing Race, what would be one thing you would do differently?
So let's just assume we're talking about season 29.
Yeah, let's do it.
Can't
Not
say anything
heat
about 31. But yeah, not get heat stroke. I don't know. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, pretty much it. Yeah, I
or
agree.
just like I try like actually riding the bike instead of walking it, because then I would have probably finished the challenge in half the time. Probably still been dehydrated, but I probably like pass out on the mat instead of passing out in the middle of the leg.
Right.
And then or just have Becca do that challenge. That's also another thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know she felt bad. You know.
Hindsight's always 20/20, right? We look back like, oh shit, that's what I could have done. But
yeah.
I like asking the question because, hey, who knows?
Exactly. Well, this was fun, and we need to bring Becca next time. So.
Okay.
Yes. Like leave our fun fans and fans of you, of course, with this question.
Okay.
One word to remember Floyd by.
I feel like she knew what I was going to say. I'm not going to say
I know what you're going to say.
Pianist.
No.
Please don't. Let's just go.
Was
with,
it your drag name?
Let's just go with. Nope,
All right, sorry.
Not
What
gonna
word do
do
you
that.
remember you by?
We're gonna say juicy.
Juicy.
That was on my profile the first time. My
Was
CBS
it?
profile was like 3 words to describe you: optimistic, driven, and juicy.
Optimistic, driven, and juicy.
I did not see that.
Yeah.
I love that.
I was just like, put him on TV, oh my God! He looks like me!
Floyd, we wish you nothing but luck in this upcoming
Oh,
season
thank you.
31.
Yes.
I think you're going to do awesome. I think
Oh,
the Survivor
thanks.
and Big Brother contestants are going to be a fun team.
Yes, and we're going to do our best to cover it on that podcast.
Cool.
Yes.
sweet.
You can always get engaged, folks, at the conversation at #thatpodcast all over social media.
Yep.
And of course, let's make sure that we support our friend and sibling and brother, Floyd, and we'll link that #Team Fun.
And then his, social media.
Yeah,
down below.
I have social. I need to get better on Instagram because I posted a lot last time I was on the race, and it just took like a year.
Yeah, we actually just posted a
Hiatus.
selfie like 2 months ago.
It's true. I'm going to start a campaign that I think all of your social media should now be at Juicy Floyd.
At Juicy Floyd.
Juicy Floyd. Juicy Floyd. Song
Juicy
title.
Floyd. Juicy Floyd.
And then when you walk into places, like you walk into work.
Yeah, okay.
They make great merch too.
Right.
You can catch El Pity and I all over social media. #thatpodcast. I'm at John Lannon.
I'm at El Pity.
And this was That Podcast.
Podcast.
And this was That Podcast. Bye.
Yeet. Yeet. Bye.